Alright guys, now we're going to get started on hair. First things first, we want to do the bump last. But what you need to do in order to do that is you need to gather the hair for your bump first. Now with the bumps, we just want about this much bang. So you want to go to the center of the eyebrow on both sides. Gather that, so get a little clip. And you don't want to go back too far either on their scalp. The bump's not going to be that big. But you don't want it to be too shallow either. Okay, head back over. Sorry if I'm covering the camera. Okay, if they have a bunch of baby hairs, don't worry about that. That all can be sprayed back in the end. That's good. Again, she's got a lot of baby hair, so that will need to be sprayed back. So I'm just going to gather that, move it over to the side, clip it, and then I'm going to put her hair up in a nice high pony. Looking good. Okay, now in order for the side, is where you want your pony to be is in line with the ears. So her pony is going to be right on top of her head, and it's going to be right behind her bump. The bump, I'd say, is probably 2 to 3 inches to the back of her scalp. So I'd say have it end right in front of her ears, just like that. So that's how you should line it up. Get your hands, go across. If it's back that far, it's perfect. If it's not back that far, then you need to get more hair for it. And some of my mamas that already know how to do bumps and hair and everything, that is absolutely great. There's different styles and ways of doing things, so don't think one way is the only way. For her, I'm going to soak her hair down. That's going to be the best way to get her hair pulled up tight, pulled up back tight, straight, clean, no bumps. So I'm going to wet her down really good here. Don't get the bump part wet. You want that to be dry. I'm just going to get a regular brush, brush it up, brush it back right now. And then I'm going to get my fine teasing comb and really smooth out the rest of it once I get it positioned correctly. Okay, so now I have it kind of positioned where I want it. Up top, now I'm going to get my fine comb and really clean up the sides and make it smooth. And this comb right here, I mean, you can get that anywhere. You can get it at Walmart. That's where I got mine. Sally's, wherever. The other reason why I do for sure want you guys to spray them down and get them nice and wet is because you want to hairspray this in really tight, and whenever it's wet and you hairspray it, then it's like glue and it'll stay. I don't want any flyaways on the sides, underneath. I want it all clean back, I say back, up, and off of their necks and all of that business. No messy hair and baby hairs hanging everywhere. I want it all nice and clean. Okay, put your head up, sis. Okay, then I'm going to grab her pony and wrap it up. And then check it then to see if it's in line with your ears. If it's not, just pull it up some. Sorry, sis. There we go. So it's nice and in line with those ears, up nice and high. Pull it tight. Okay, now for the bump. Again, you want your bump dry, not wet. Brush it out. Okay. Okay. So now first you want to get your hairspray and from far away kind of lightly dust and spray it behind and about up to the base. Let that kind of dry a little bit. Then you're going to get your good tease and comb and back comb. So you're going to dig the teeth of the comb in kind of sideways like this at an angle. Turn sideways a little bit, sis. So I'm here at an angle. I'm not straight down, but at an angle. And I'm digging it in and pulling it back. Just pulling down, pulling down. Try not to pull so much on their head up here, which can be hard. And we're just kind of ratting up a little nest right here. Just kind of play with it, see where you're at. Every girl's bump's going to be a little bit different. That's all right. As long as they all look pretty good, that's fine. And also, if the bump is just too hard for you, they make products that you can put in their hair for the bump. I know that they have these little, not styrofoam, but like sponge bump bits that you can put behind and kind of roll the hair over and comb it over and clip it in. You can get those as well. Whatever works best for you, whatever you need to get the job done. And now with the front, obviously you don't want the front to look ratted. So what you do then is you just lightly brush to kind of clean up the front ends. You don't want to dig the teeth of the comb into the bump where you just ratted it up, because that's just brushing it and pulling it right back out. And after you've teased it back here and kind of back combed it, spray it again. Another light dust, nothing too heavy because you don't want to pull it down and weigh it down. It's best if you have some kind of hairspray, hairstyling hairspray is for the bump anyways. Like a big sexy hair or some kind of light hairspray for the bump itself. For the sides you do want the heavy duty, heavier hairspray. But for this, you want lighter because you don't want the hairspray to weigh the hair down. Okay. Now that I have that, now I'm going to start forming my bump. And if it starts to go sideways, then just tease more on that side. You're just going to have to play with it until you get it the way you want it. I've never done Michaela's hair with the bump before, so you're going to have to bear with me. Okay, put your head down. Okay, a little up right there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bobby pin it in. So I'm going to do it kind of close to the base right here. Look up. Again, I'm going to come around and clean up some of these sides though, because it looks a little crazy. Turn your head. You don't want to have these gaping holes and craziness there. You want it to be a smooth bump all the way back. So again, I'm lightly kind of brushing this out just to clean up these sides. So we're going to attempt this now, see what it looks like, and go from there and fix it as we need to. So I'm going to go ahead and bobby pin this in place and then fix it. And whenever you're bobby pinning, it's important to make sure that the base of the pin is going all the way to their scalp. They might feel it scrape and complain, but that's good. That means you're putting it in correctly. Otherwise, if you're not getting it in really good and deep, it's not going to hold much at all. If they're saying ouch like she just did, that's good. Okay, look at me. And now from here, if you see that you're flattening certain parts, you just get the base of your comb and just kind of pick it up and pull it up a little bit out of that bobby pin. Again, these are not, we're not doing massive bumps, just to give them some kind of volume. We don't want to cover up those bows. And again, she had some hair sticking out on the side, so I'm getting another bobby pin and just pinning that back too. Okay, I'm going to come around to this side, take a look. Turn your head, get some of these baby hairs, and pin those back. And if it's a little too high on one side, then you just get those bobby pins, kind of pull that side down a little bit and tack it down. You could end up with so many bobby pins in these girls' hair by the end of it. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now we do have this hair that's not the pony. That's not a big deal. What I would do in that case is just grab another ponytail holder. Let's just grab this pink one because it's the only one I have around me right now. Everybody black ponytail holders. So let's pretend this pink one's black. Okay, so there's our pony. There's our little bump. Now, I'm going to go ahead and spray this back. Get these fine baby hairs out of her face. Everything, like I said, needs to be nice and clean. I don't want baby hairs hanging in face, around the ears, nothing. Nothing hanging down. Chin up, sis. Woo! And be careful when using this when you're doing the baby hairs because you don't want to pull any of this hair out. And no, I'm not the best at bumps whatsoever. So don't judge me. Again, you want to spray it everywhere. You want this hair glued down. I don't want all this hair down here at her neck. I want it all pulled up. Now, we don't have her bow, but if you have, not if you have, but with the bows, you want to put the bows in next. That's your next step. Go ahead and put your bows, get them in place exactly where you want them, and then from there, that's when you're going to go on and crimp the hair. And you're going to crimp the entire ponytail. Okay? So crimp the entire ponytail with your crimper. And then from there, we'll tease. So as far as crimping, start at the base and work your way down. I'm sure all you mamas know how to work a crimper. Alright, so you're just going to crimp it like this all the way around. And then when you're done crimping, then we'll tease. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while I finish crimping her whole head. And then we will pick back up when it comes to the tease. Okay, now her whole pony is crimped. Let the heat kind of die off. You don't want her pony to be hot. Kind of pull it apart. She already had some hairspray in her hair from earlier today, so hers just kind of stuck together a little bit. With her already having a little bit of hairspray and product in her hair, it actually worked better for the crimp, for it to hold. P.S. Always do their hair when it's dirty. Their hair will hold better, like most of you already know. Hair holds better whenever it's dirty. So you want 2-day-old hair for cheer hair, unless they are ones they get super, super sweaty, and their hair gets really dirty or really greasy, then definitely let's keep that fresh and clean. Let's not wait 2 days for those girls. Okay, so we've got that pulled apart. Now we're going to start teasing. You're going to start from the front of the pony. Grab the hair that's in the front of the pony, and you're going to start back combing away like a wild woman. Pull it back. Pull, pull, pull. The only part you're not going to tease is the ends. I would give you a good 3 inches from the ends where you're not teasing, because we don't want to completely kill their hair. Now I'm going to grab the next piece. Again, you can use the ends of your comb to do this. It's better if you do smaller pieces at a time. It'll hold more. If you do too much hair, then it's going to fall. It's going to be too heavy and it's going to pull out. I say pull out, fall out. Let's round it up nice and good. We want big hair. You can tease the sides, the front once you get to this point. You can tease it all. And the girls with the thicker hair, please make sure to piece theirs out really good whenever you're crimping it, because we want all of that crimped really well. We don't want any straight pieces hanging down. Okay, you can already see all this volume. Big crazy hair. Now you just go through and kind of clean it up. Get these big parts that are hanging out. Just kind of clean it up. Make it look not so ratty. You still want it to be big, but you still want it to be kind of smooth on top. Big underneath, ugly underneath, smooth on top. And also, if you feel like, or you see that you've kind of teased out a lot of the crimp, go back through and just these top pieces and kind of re-crimp those. The crimping adds a lot of volume to their hair with that in itself. And then you're going to get your hairspray. Again, for any kind of teasing, you want to use the lighter hold hairspray. I don't have that here with me, so I'm just using my Aussie Super Mega Hold. And you want to pull up and spray. Pull up, spray. I normally would spray as I go. I forgot to do that. Normally you'd tease, spray, and spray as you go to really hold that tease in place. Keep that hair up nice and high. Okay, now I'm going to come clean it up a little bit again. Just kind of lightly with this side of the brush, brushing the hair on the sides like that. Not like this, because again, that pulls out the tease. Keep it here on the side. And if it looks as though their hair is too flat to their face on the sides, just get some more tease up in here. I'm not going to keep messing with her tonight because it's way past bedtime. And this isn't for a competition right now. But you get the feel. That's what it's going to look like. And again, your bow will already be here and be in place. And ta-da! That's it. Finished hair from what I'm going to do right now. I'm not going to go too crazy on it. Michaela's thankful. Turn your head to that side. Okay, that's enough. Turn back this way. And there you go. Put your head down a little bit so they can kind of see your bum. Head back up. And you see the makeup on that one side that we did. Those lips are still looking fab, girl. Show me some kizzy faces. All right. It is bedtime for this little girl. It is about 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock. Way past bedtime. Good night, guys.
Good night.